Collin Orcutt here with Richard Deitsch. We're just outside the Bolshoi Ice Dome where the USA-Canada women's gold medal final just ended. Richard, I got to ask you, you were there. Did we just witness one of the lasting moments of these games?
We did. I mean, that was incredible theater to be at that game. You really feel bad for the Americans because the gold medal was in their sights. Canada has not lost an Olympic game since 1998, 19 in a row before heading in. The U.S. team, I think they honestly believed they were the better team, and for a large majority of that game, until about 5 minutes left in the third period, they were. It was incredible theater. It was loud. You had fans from both teams chanting either "Go Canada, Go" or USA. You had the Russian fans getting into it with chanting that, Shaiba, get the puck. It was really a spectacular atmosphere to be at. The U.S. certainly had it in their sights. You give up 2 goals that late. I think those women are going to be thinking about that game for a long time. Of all the Olympic gold medal games that Canada and the U.S. have competed in, this was the one for the taking for the U.S., and sadly they let it go.
I mean, you kind of touched on it, but just how devastating was this loss? Because this is a game that they've had their sights set on for the past 4 years. They've openly talked about wanting to take back the gold that they felt like they lost.
Absolutely. And, again, they have played Canada in the lead-up series. They've won their share of games. And, myself and Sarah Kwok were in the mix zone afterwards, and it was rough. I mean, Kelly Stack, who is the player who hit the post on that, long shot, that puck goes in. It's 3-1 ball game for the U.S. Really hard to hold back tears for her in sort of talking about that. When we saw a lot of players walk through, red eyes for sure. They had to stay on the ice for such a long time, and they had to watch that ceremony. They had to watch the Canadians get the gold, the Swiss get the bronze. Obviously, they got the silver. Listen, it was a difficult mix zone to be at for both press and for players because you really felt for these women in the same way, jubilation on the Canadian side. So, listen, it's an absolutely great story for Canada, but, man, this is a tough loss for the U.S., and I think for those players, it's one they're going to carry for a long time. You are 5 minutes away from a gold medal, and you have a 2-goal lead. That's a rough one to take.